Well, we have more wacky weather this week. Spring-like today for southern Minnesota, snow to the north. And then we're watching a bigger storm that's going to dump heavy snow across southeastern Minnesota Wednesday. We break it all down. So back to spring here for southern Minnesota. Low to mid 60s for the southern third of the state, including the Twin Cities, but big temperature contrast. 30s to the north where they had fresh snow up to as much as 3-4 inches along the international border this morning into the middle part of today. This is the system that's left with some of those snow showers to the north. The low pressure centers are going to move right over central Minnesota, and when it does, the winds are going to switch, and that'll bring in colder air tonight into tomorrow, but we're on the warm side of it today. Still low to mid 50s tomorrow, near 60 along the Minnesota-Iowa border, but you can see colder air, 30s and 40s to the north. It'll be kind of swinging. This is going to set the stage for the next system moving in Wednesday. Winter storm watch for much of southeastern, south central Minnesota into western Wisconsin. And specifically, we're watching south central Minnesota that this could become a blizzard warning on Wednesday because we're going to have gusty winds along with some impressive snowfall totals. The storm right now out in the Pacific, about to reach California. This is going to move over the Rockies and develop into a pretty impressive storm system, not as crazy as the one we had Friday, Saturday, that brought all sorts of deadly weather to the central and southern U.S., but a classic spring storm nonetheless as it swings out of the Rockies here Tuesday night into Wednesday. So already tomorrow we'll see a few rain and snow showers trying to get going here across central Minnesota, but really filling in more late tomorrow night into Wednesday, probably starting as a mix of rain, sleet, snow, and where it's cold enough, maybe some pockets of freezing rain, but quickly turning to all snow Wednesday morning. Looks like mostly Wednesday morning into the early and mid-afternoon is when the snow will fall. The average of the models right now brings us into that 3-4 inch range in the Twin Cities with the heaviest totals. We're talking easily over a half foot for south central and southeastern Minnesota. This is where we could see 6 to 12 inches of snow. But the American model continues to be higher on the totals and a little farther north. If that verifies, we're in for quite the dumping here in the Twin Cities. Now, most models are keeping that heaviest snow to the south and southeast, but something to watch, and there's going to be a very tight snowfall gradient here. A shift just in either direction is going to really either drop off or increase snowfall totals here for Wednesday. A lot of water, too, out of this. Over an inch of liquid equivalent, which is good. 70% of Minnesota is still in drought, so we definitely could use the moisture. It's also going to be very windy on Wednesday, so that's why we're watching for potential blizzard conditions in southern Minnesota if we get that heavy snow plus these wind gusts of 30 to 50 miles an hour here Wednesday. So it has been a very active March in all regards as far as temperature extremes and now potentially a third significant storm system for the state this month. Colder Wednesday too, but around 40, so the roads probably will be okay by later in the day with those warm temperatures, and the sunshine will be back out Thursday. So the snow pretty short-lived, unless you get a foot. That does take a little longer to melt. We're back up to 52 by Friday. Sunshine for Saturday, but maybe another round of rain and snow possible Saturday night into Sunday to keep our eyes on. But for now, we're watching Tuesday night, Wednesday for that potential significant heavy wet snow returning to southern Minnesota.